Hey, thanks for joining me on the Love Them Knives channel. Today, we're talking about the WITHARMOUR knife. This model is called the Torpedo. Hey, thanks for joining me. This is LTK here, talking about WITHARMOUR. Not Under Armour, WITHARMOUR. That's the brand name. This particular model is the Torpedo. It is kind of a deep carry pocket clip, right hand, tip up, got bearings, got thumb studs, finger flickable, or you can use the flipper tab, which kind of hangs back a ways. You've got some jimping up here on top of the scales, and you've got these little red liners in here against the steel. Don't know why necessarily they did that. You can see the liner inside is not skeletonized. And that is a heck of a lockup there. That's at least 50-60%. Very strong lockup. Stonewash blade with kind of a DLC black coated flats or blackwash type flats to it. G10, very grippy machine, G10, contoured to, handle, and very grippy. This is grippy. This is grippy. You've got jimping here. You've got jimping on this side, and then the pass-through for the liner lock, that's jimped here and here and here. This is easy to disengage. The design here is kind of broken a little bit with the back of the blade the way you're seeing it here. So it's all right, but yeah, it's a little choppy in that respect. And this here, well, that's all part of the way it looks when it's opened. So that bolster area kind of sweeps up here, gives you a little bit of a thumb ramp feel to it. You got these fullers that go completely all the way out to the top here. Big old recurve on there. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm big on a heavy recurve on a knife, but for some cutting tasks, you're at an advantage with a recurve like that. And let's hope it'll cut some. I can't remember how sharp this was when I first got it out of the box. I've had these for a while, and just using them for around the house tasks, and I haven't sharpened them since then. But yeah, they had a decent working edge when they came out of the box. They're not like, and this, let's give ourselves a chance here. Okay, there you go. In any case, yeah, not bad. It'll work for a while more until it needs a sharpening. But yeah, I've been using it for a few weeks, just cutting packages open, just doing the odd jobs around the house. This is very aggressive here. Not bad this way, but I mean, right in here, you can feel that. Fit and finish seems all right on these knives, really. I guess this WITHARMOUR group has been doing this for 15 years. Not necessarily this brand, but OEMing other knives, probably for American manufacturers that are making knives in China as well. These are made in China, obviously. So there you go. They have a long history of experience, 15 years being pretty long as it goes. And there's your blade stop up here, the pin up here. Ambidextrous thumb studs that are machined here. So you can use it to flick it open. The detent's pretty light on these knives. About a 4 to a 4.5 on the detent there. Pretty easy to flick open. I wouldn't call it a snappy flipper, more like a swinging gate, because the detent's not that strong. So, but usable. I mean, these are just $35 knives. You can buy them on Amazon. Here's the page. They sent me a couple of their knives, this knife and the Shooter, which is one of their other models. I'll show you here in a minute. But ball bearings, 440C stainless. They come in a nice structural box, 4.75 inch closed on the handle length. And there you go, 440C ball bearing system. And then they go in and talk about, you can pause and read this, how many years they've been making knives, and of course OEMing them for other people. And they go on and talk about the G10 non-slip G10 material, talk about their factory, commitment to innovation, and here you go. So these are fairly structural box here with kind of a magnetic opening, which you get with a lot of knives that come from China, including, Boker knives that are made in China as well. Comes with the paperwork, silica gel pack. It's a nice fitted box. You got this little front choil, which is great. So it sets you up to where you don't have real big issues with sharpening. And if you have the right, equipment, you can sharpen a recurve as well as you can sharpen any blade. Basically, I have the KME system, but I bought the round, or the kind of roundish rod that you use for recurve sharpening, so that's not a real issue. Yeah, nice big strong steel liners that look black washed as well. Like I said, right hand tip up only. And so in comparison, get out here, Rex. And this is a Paramilitary 2. We name him Rex because he's Rex 45. And it's, the PM2 is a little bit bigger knife. Flip the aspect ratio. PM2 has a 5-inch handle. This has 4.75, but they're getting close. They're looking pretty close to the same size. Let's get the tape out. Check it out real quick. First of all, let's engage the lock. Okay. And 3 5/8 blade length, somewhere in there. So about 90 millimeters and 8 1/8 overall, 20.5 centimeters. So yes, this is almost the exact same length overall as a Paramilitary 2. Now, I think when I checked the Shooter model, it was 3.2. So it is 3.2 millimeters, 0.125, 1/8 inch. And then overall, let's get away from the pocket clip, 16.5 millimeters, 0.65. So that's, you can see how this handle is contoured. So 0.65, that's pretty thick in the middle. So it gives you real good purchase here, and you can go forward a bit if you want for control with the blade. And these are user knives. This is a knife that you wouldn't cry if somehow it got lost or damaged. So these are ones that you buy. I was talking with Stasa23 about the Amazon thing. You go to Amazon, you look around for budget knives, or he does, and I do too, just to kind of see what's out there. There's so many odd and unusual knives, and this WITHARMOUR group, they're making different ones. Here's the Shooter. Okay, so this is really cool. Ball bearings. This one's a little bit more of a sensible design in my estimation, with the front choil and all that. But you go tip up, tip down with a deep carry clip, or you can even take it left hand. So if you're a lefty, there you go. There's your 440C budget user knife right there. And this one, recurve, but right hand tip up only. But they both have lanyard holes in them. Both have thick steel liners. And they're probably not exactly super lightweight knives, but that's kind of what you get when you get a user knife. 5.5 ounces, not outrageous. 155 grams. So, yeah, not that bad, really. With armor. Or without armor. So, yeah, the detent's not real strong on these knives, so it's not really snappy. It's more like a swing and gate action on these. They're easy to deploy with a finger flick. And that's because the detent's not real strong. Like most flipper knives are around usually a 4.5 to about maybe up to a 6. But 6 would be a real snappy flipper. A lot of them range around the 5. This is barely, maybe more like a 4 on the detent scale. So it's pretty easy to, right there, came out. So yeah, it's pretty easy to disengage. Now, depending on what kind of activity level you're into, whether you think it might come open in your pocket, but I think you'd be pretty safe to say no, it's not likely to. But it is fairly weak detent. What do you think, guys? Yeah, been making knives for 15 years. They sent me a couple just to check out. They're definitely budget ones. And, I mean, I'll give you the link. Take a look. They've got a bunch of different designs. There's a couple others there that actually I was very attracted to. And I might ask them to send me one of them. But yeah, they make fixed blade knives too, by the way. Like this old Goliath, I guess is what they call this. And so this is crazy. Yeah, 440C. You know, with like a Kydex sheath with the tech lock in it. So pretty inexpensive. And that, I'll tell you what, this, whew, that ain't coming out. That ain't coming out. Now, you can push it out like that, but that is, whew, that's there. Any case, hey, take care. Give you the link to it. With Armor. Check them out on Amazon. If you're interested, you see a design you like, let me know what you think. They're just a user. So for as far as I'm concerned, that's something you'll grab, use, like your Ganzo knives and a lot of other knives that are out there that are inexpensive. Yeah, they're the ones that probably do most of the lifting around my house as well. Take care. Hey, Flanagan, what do you think? We'll let them go for today. We'll be back tomorrow with another knife review. You can depend on that because around here, we love them knives. So you guys, stay sharp.